welcome back, hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Hunter Called Wild in the Askiy Ridge DLC. We've still been getting our lay of the land a little bit. We've, barely touched into this. To continue with the main story stuff, we'll probably be fast-traveling, I think, to this outpost here, and then going up north using the Yeah, I'll probably have to take the ATV, although I could try walking that. It's just quite a ways to go to reach up there, so I'm thinking the ATV might be the best for that. There is a little oddity that happened for... It says I've completed the Albertan Apex side mission. I don't know if it's... It says if you can harvest 15 quality trophies from them. I don't know if that means, I only had to get 15 gold animals or better for it to, count for that, or it meant, 15 trophies across all the different species. That was a little weird just to log in and have that completed. But yeah, we're going to work at the last minute efforts. And that should be there. I do also want to check the store while we are at an outpost. Because Country Drummer commented last week that there is a combination binocular and rangefinder in the shop. I kind of go back and forth between this rangefinder. But I guess the orange reticle lines aren't too bad. I know it doesn't quite, I think, have as good of zoom as the binoculars we have here do, though. So I'm just going to check and see if there is, another combination binocular or optic in the shop. Okay, that's just to access the cache. Oh, but it does count as the shop we can go to. Okay, yeah, so let's look at binoculars. Ooh, okay, maybe these are what they were talking about. The Gen 0 8x50 night vision rangefinder. Those I do not think were in there before. So we'll get those. And we will see about trying to take those out with us and see how they perform. So we'll toss back in... Okay, yeah, I might as well just... I'm probably going to keep the weapons we have been using. They've been holding out pretty well for us. Ammo-wise, we're doing pretty good for the count, so we don't need to restock there. Sight should be fine, so we'll toss that and that back and just bring those out and see how they operate for us. And we just got to set them up into there. Right, I need binoculars. There they are. Okay, we'll try those out. I'm trying if there's any other collars I want to bring with us. It might actually be the case I can just free up another slot. I do have the E-collar. I haven't used it all that much recently. We've got elk there. We've got the distressed fawn. We've got the bleat. I guess I could try slotting in the jackrabbit, although... I actually don't know if there's anything on this map that would be drawn in by the jackrabbit. You know what, that seems to be the only thing I don't think I have on there, so yeah, we'll slap it in anyway. Okay. Or do I have the moose call? You know what? No, actually, speaking of, we'll get the moose call wrong, because I think we actually just had a moose call go out. Yeah, that's probably what that was there. Okay, but we're not going to stick around with that. I will just take a quick check and see how these are. Oh. Okay, is there some way to turn off the night vision? As that is... Yeah, it doesn't say anything there. Is there anything in the, description for it? No. Okay, so I'm wondering... As I was hoping there'd be a way to turn that off. I can't remember if there was a recent pack that gave you, more options for night, but... Maybe if that's the case, I will just get more used to using the, Okay, just a elk warning call. Yes, he doesn't really say you can change that out. I thought you'd be able to turn off the night vision on that, but I don't see anything... When I bring them up, I don't have anything coming up for, adjusting or turning that off. So I don't know if there is a way to do that. Maybe in the comments I'll have somebody tell me, but I think for now, because of that, we will put them away, and maybe I'll stick with the rangefinder and the 8x42 or 7x42. We'll go for those two. I'll try to get more used to just using the rangefinder. I just sometimes find I don't like having the reticle lines for, the crosshairs to it, although that would hopefully will make it easier zooming in on the animal we actually are trying to focus on. Okay, so I think that's everything I want to do around here. Let's fast travel up here. And we'll start our northward circle of the mountain there. I am thinking I will take the ATV just because that is quite a ways out there, and as much as I do the 3 episodes per week. I don't know if that'll be enough time to really cover, like, that full distance to go, unless we... I could try sticking more onto the trail, though. I'm kind of torn, because, like, if I take the ATV, we probably won't get that much hunting in, because of, like, how that operates. But that... You know, that's about the same distance around, so maybe we will just see about going on foot. Actually, I should check what time of day it is. 12:36. Okay, so we should have plenty of time. You know what? Maybe I will slap the night rangefinder into the inventory. Just because if it does take us a while to go all the way around and we can't, like, change the time of day too easily, maybe that'll help out. So it's not weapon, binoculars. Yeah, we'll throw that in because we do have the loadout for it. Okay. Close that up to be a good guest, and we'll head on out. Yes, we'll keep putting the rifle to work and see about getting any of the other species that we haven't actually... Actually, what haven't we harvested? Because these are just the gold ones. Okay, pronghorn, bighorn, mountain goat, caribou, bison, moose, and we did see some beavers, but we'll have to go back around areas with water and that for them. See, I think we'll just go straight up here. I'm not sure what that weird little highlighted spot is there, but nothing to worry about too much, I think. So try to keep our ears open. I'll set a waypoint for that little crossroads for the trails. And from there, we should be able to just keep our way to the northwest and follow around from there. And I'll try to be much more careful with placing the shots going forward. It is a case of I shouldn't try to rush any of the shots. If the opportunity slips by, just better not to, like, get into the mess that is trying to follow up and clean up after a poor shot. So the best way to, again, solve that is just to not do any poor shots or rush shots. But God, I still love the map, and it's just like the feeling of it. Okay, what do we got for tracks here? Is there anything interesting, or is it like little grouse? Okay, more grouse tracks. I do have to be a bit careful. Actually, I should check and see for here. Yeah, we'll turn that out for the 420, just in case we have to defend ourselves from more wolves. Because it was up north here. We had that wolf pack attack us. Well, it's a little more to the east, but we're still, like, in the northern edges of it, so maybe that's where the wolf activity is a bit more common. I'll try to glass around every so often. I know in some of our other times around and through here, we haven't really seen too much activity. Instead of working to, like, each of the need zones like you'll want to for trophy hunting, just scouting out in general, I think can be a little sparse for what kind of wildlife and game you will see. It is kind of the case of, if you want to maximize, you'll want to do like Way of the Hunter and heavily focus on... Ooh, bighorn sheep tracks. Okay, just females, though. You'll heavily want to focus on the need zones and managing the time and when you visit them. But just like for how I kind of like to just free hunt and roam and such, it can be a little spacious and... could be some gaps for things to go after, although... Just gonna see if I can try to spot it over there. See, one of the things I think is a bit different about the rangefinder compared to the binoculars is the binoculars, I think, actually spot animals more easily with them. I'll just get that ready for a small game arrow, though. And we'll keep trying to look around, see if we can spot it. It did say it was around 60 to 90 meters. So there's a little bit of a range for where it could be. I'm not seeing, like, the little round tough ball out there. Okay, and you know what? I'm actually going to also change out... Yeah, we'll get rid of the moose collar from there for now and put back on another pair of binoculars to help us out. Oh, yeah, there he is. See, I'm kind of curious now with the, rangefinder. Okay, yeah, focusing right on him, it picked up... Oh, there's also... Okay, that's just a female there. Don't want to worry about her. He is tucked in right there. I think we'll probably want to try to get to about 40 meters out. So I don't think he'll get scared off, given he is pretty calm and resting in that spot. Yeah, that's basically as perfect a 40 meters as we're going to get. Okay, let's get the 0 to 40. I think that got him. Decide not to use the, Yeah, she's alerted, but I don't think we'll go after her. We'll just go pick him up. Going to see if I can try to mine not using the exact range finding on that site. Like, just get my practice in there with it. Yeah, she's alert, but she's basically just... Like, for alert, I kind of thought the bird with wings and such would fly. Not just, like, do a little trot away. But I think that's Lac de Loup. So this is its own little region we've entered into. And you know what? I'll just place the waypoint up there. And we'll just stand up and go collect him and go on. So, already got our first animal for the day, and it did go pretty smoothly. Okay, there goes the grouse. Ah, yeah, see, there's the arrow, but it seems like it is a little hard to try to get into a spot where it registers if we can pick it up or not. It's the only problem that kind of exists with the retrieval for them. Is I guess the hitboxes overlap, so you can't really get the nice hitbox for try and grab it. Oh, but that's actually a... Oh. Oh, we shot him right up the butt. I thought he was actually the other way around, but... Oh, is he 132? Oh, he's not too bad, but I don't think we'll taxidermize... Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will taxidermize him. It's not like we do have... Again, I actually have to hand it to Wave the Hunter for each... Oh, jeez. Was not expecting her all of a sudden. Because I certainly did not call for her. Unless... Let me check my perks. Or, sorry, skills. Because I think there's one in Ambusher if you call. Yeah, increase... No. Okay, yeah, so there is a skill here. Adds random chance tracking species not usually attracted by a particular caller. I wonder if that would actually be something I want... I mean, I don't think I can actually get any more skill points with the level we're up to. I may be mistaken on that, but that might actually not be bad to aim for. Or do I want the startle call to stop them? Oh, see, that would be 45,000. That's a fair bit, but my thinking here is... I could probably take the one off of the triangulation. I'd probably keep what I've got there. Okay, I think that was just her trying to come along here and running off. I might look at changing some skills in the future. It's like, again, if I want to use the bow and arrow more often, maybe that skill would help against things like, say, bighorn sheep or other animals that I can't call in, but maybe a caller would work in some way for it. It's interesting, but it would be a fair bit... Oh, jeez, we even got... Okay, you know what? Let's get the... that caller going. And let me get that to the proper arrowhead for it. Didn't even realize I should have paid much more attention around myself before I started moving. It's like, I think we If I can go over here, the wind won't be a problem as much. But yeah, I didn't even realize we had that coming in so soon. Okay, so my guess is it's up the hill behind us somewhere. So I'm going to try another call from here. I'm going to try shuffling hard to the left. Just see, because I think the animals should be drawn to the last spot you called at. So if I move over here, that should give me more of a side view to be able to try to get the vitals much easier. And hopefully that's moving us further and further out of the wind, possibly leading it over to us. I was kind of hoping I could get a little extra cover from, like, the trees or such, but I guess with none of the branches being super low to hide in. Oh, jeez. Okay, she ran off, but I don't know if that male is also fleeing too, or if he's even still in the area. Like, I only heard the warning call from him, so I don't know if he would have gotten startled out of wherever he is or not. But I'm not seeing any movement around from him. I'm not hearing anything else like something coming in. And the wind is basically directly... I think I'm going to have to admit and just go on our way. Like, the wind is close to basically blowing right behind us, and with how his warning call came from somewhere back here... yeah, we're going to just keep going on our way. I got into a bit of a bad position to try to sort all that out. I was talking about wildlife is sparse, and all of a sudden I'm in between deer out of nowhere. You gotta pay much more mind to my surroundings out here. That is for sure. But I think we're basically just at where those trails are converging. Okay, we do have wolf droppings out here, so... gotta keep our ears open for any growls coming our way. Now, it seems like either they'll be shy and sprint off, or they will be aggressive and track and hunt you down in the game. So yeah, there's a waypoint there. We'll turn and set that up for... maybe up there. There is a chance maybe we'll have a, another outpost somewhere way out here. No. Not seeing anything like the... you know what? I'm going to stand up and just see. It was only a female calling from up here, so it's possible... oh, that, and I think... okay, yeah, it's just her there. Not seeing anything else around her with the rangefinder, so I think we're good just to move on. Like, I'm not really looking for grouse all that much. I'm going to keep weighing about possibly picking that, or doing the skill reset here, and maybe getting some out. Like, I definitely want to keep the minimum I've got in here of these, so that would free up 1 point there. But I need to spend 9 in this before I could unlock that, so... that is the case of... I'd have to see if I do still keep... okay. Okay, you're going to drop from that. But yeah, you're not alone. Okay, that should be you down. Ow. Okay, still could get a bite in, although... Okay, that should be a long... Yeah, there you go. Okay, that should be you down. Yeah, that was a messy one, but none of my shots really landed right. Okay, is that it? I think so. Oh, crap. Okay, we'll take that, because I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Had one more... Yeah, I hear another one somewhere, but it's not coming out. I don't know if it's got scared off with these two dropped, or... Okay, fleeing. And I think she broke off with having these ones dropped. So let's see what we got from them. Silver on you. Well, that's a good lung shot. I just wish it dropped them a little faster than it did. So that at least will help us out for trying to level our way up. And what about you here? That's a gold. That's 37. Ooh, that... You know what? I think I'll just take that. I'll save... We'll try saving up funds, given I might want to do a skill reset, and it is pretty costly for it. Actually, how am I doing for first aid stuff? Okay, I've still got 6 uses. I'll hold off for now, because, like, I'm not at a critical point. I've still got over half my health there. But yeah, we're definitely into wolf country. Oh, speaking of... it looks like... Yeah, she just seems to be running off. I think that was the female that called out, but I... Oh, jeez. Okay, we've also got a bear in the area. Okay, we're definitely into area with big game. But I might actually deliberately try calling him in. And there's another male wolf over there. Okay, now... Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, no, I want that back. I was trying to rotate it. Just going to see if it's possible to use that to call him in. I'm trying to remember what the call range is for the e-caller. But this way, if that's sitting over there, maybe this will give me a better chance of trying to get a... lung shot in if he does come in. Yeah, let me take a quick check. Does it say what the range is on the e-caller? 200. And it's not the high... It's actually better for, like, attraction strength to use the hand callers, but... I figure might as well try that just to see. We do know I've got wolves in the area. I don't know if they will, like, come back given the pack lost a few members or not, but we'll have to just wait and see. Not hearing anything, like, footsteps or anything coming over. Oh, we got something there. Okay, wolf fleeing. I don't know if I can say I've had a great amount of success using the e-caller. I feel like with the attraction strength being what it is, it doesn't actually warrant trying to use it over, like, the hand callers. I think the most you get out of it might be if you can get it started and something coming in, and then keep it going to keep, like, that position, it's going to be more for trying to use that than it'll be able to draw animals right in. It's like, yeah. Oh, really? Okay, actually, the e-collar has the same attraction strength. Okay, the deer one's a bit stronger, but the other collars are actually the same strength as it. Okay, well, I can understand the wolves fleeing, but I have no idea what that bear that called out might be up to. Let's see, yeah, we're actually in pretty close range for, like, this hill blocking the view. I'm going to give it another moment or two and then see if we do have anything we hear or see. But if not, then I'll probably just pick it up and we'll be on our way. Because we do have 2 kilometers to get up to that area. And that's only, I guess, around the halfway mark? Yeah, I'm going to pick that up. We'll keep going. I'm going to keep the bow and arrow at the ready just in case, though. But it might be the case until I get a visual on an animal, maybe I shouldn't worry about trying to call in too much. Just because then, again, it's all kind of just going off of faith and hope that the callers actually work on them or not. This might be a better idea. Get visual, see where it is, try to plan things out, and then go from there. I also haven't heard another warning call from the bear that was this way. So it could be the case that was the warning call, then it ran off or wandered off on its own. We'll just keep going along this way and see what we come across. Yeah, wolf fleeing again. And we'll keep going. Maybe we'll try to aim. It is a ways off, but if nothing does happen along the way, maybe we'll try to aim for that lookout site as, like, the goal for this episode. It's the case if there is an outpost somewhere up north here, I can always just grab an ATV from there and just zoom us to that objective marker as well. Again, I'd like to at least clear through the main storyline for the DLC. It's one thing when I have done the Hunter Call of the Wild stuff, I've never actually gone through and completed that. I do usually open up a fair few objectives for it and such, but I think it would be nice to actually, like, settle in and properly show off the main storyline. Not to say, like, I'm expecting any great grandiose writing or anything or be blown away, but I think trying to go through the main story or main focus would be a nice way to help showcase the DLC proper. And looks like it's pretty steady right through here. It is a little hard to know where the trail exactly is that's on the map, but don't see anything up on the hill. Haven't heard anything much since basically the bear call for there and the wolves running, so we might be in for a bit of a quiet hike ahead. Not that I'd overly mind it too much, given the bit of excitement with the wolves, but it might not be bad just to, like, find a few things, or, again, even just find need zones along this way. Case in point, we got one for the grouse, although... Oh! Okay, we got one mule deer resting out there. Actually, if I check, does it say... Okay, it doesn't say how many are at the need zone. I think I actually have to find, like, a track of the need zone. And that kind of tells you how many animals use it. But we'll leave her there. I didn't see anything around her, so... just more dusky grouse. More wolf tracks. Ooh, hi! Was not expecting that to show up right in the middle there. Kind of makes me want to be ready with the highest strength arrowhead, just in case any others pop out to say hello. Looks like it was just him on his own. But kind of gives you, like, an idea of, like, sizing for him, though, just how big he was standing up and walking out of that. I'm glad he didn't decide to be aggressive towards us. Although, I don't know actually how far he might go off. Like, it did say he was fleeing, but, I mean, that was more like just a trot for speed. I know it's a case of if we watch along the road, we might see him calm down further up and we can try for him or not. Because yeah, we don't have an elk yet. Or at least I don't believe we've taken an elk yet. I know we spotted a few herds of them. But I don't think we had a male in range. Oh, bighorn sheep breast site. Wasn't expecting that around here. Okay, says 7 animals around use this spot. Although a lot of female tracks. My guess is maybe this is another one of those bachelorette herds or whatever you want to call them. Because it does seem like, depending on the species, sometimes you have more mixed herds. Other times there's like bachelor and bachelorette groups where it's only the one gender really with them. Again, I kind of do miss the ability to, like, toggle free look like the Hunter Classic has. I do want to check, though, for keybind if there's a way to, like, turn off the HUD, just for, like, better screenshotting or such like that. Doesn't... It doesn't really look like anything I can see offhand for, like... toggle UI. Oh, okay, see Dusky... Oh, and a bear was going. Okay, yeah, okay, it looks like there were a couple bears up there. But one of them was just a female, so I don't think anything to mind too much of that. I really have to stop when I'm going to go into menus looking up stuff. I was just hoping I could find something... Okay, you know what, let me stop and, again, just take a slow look through, because... I mean, it would be nice if I could just, like, toggle or turn off the full UI for, like... I know P opens up the camera. We don't have the Tobii eye tracking thing, so that's not a thing to worry about. Yeah, no, I don't see anything that's like a toggle UI on or off. Like, just be able to hide all of the icons. Like, we can hide all the animal signs. Oh. Okay, with them being... Yeah, they're putting out warning calls, so I'm going to stay still for a while. Just make sure that is... That's right there. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't spot them to see, like, what their behavior is right now, so I'll have to just wait out a moment or two. Because I think if I can crawl a little bit forward... I honestly don't know if that little bush would give us any cover bonus or not. Okay, but it looks like we're not going to make any extra noise for just, like, crawling at prone here. And I don't exactly want to call them to me, because, again, that puts them into, I need to try to get a front shot, and I basically have to try to remember to go left or right for getting right down a lung. Oh. I'm just going to see. It did say they were nervous, but they didn't, like, outright flee, so I might be able to bring it back this way. I don't know if it's just him on his own was calling that much, or there were, like, a couple over there. Okay, well, we got the birds making a call. She just decided to wander down basically right where we were. Okay, he's resting there, and I think he's the only member of that need zone. Because, yeah, I don't see anybody else around him, so I guess he's just on his own. Does say he's pretty easy to get, so I'm not expecting him to be, like, too high scoring, but we'll wait for him to calm down before we see about trying to sneak close and get a shot. Yeah, so I'm guessing he was the one who made all the warning calls just over the edge there. Still says he's nervous. Taking him a little bit longer to calm down than I thought, but... I also don't want to tunnel vision too much. Just in case there is anybody else coming around to him. I'm surprised he's staying as nervous as he is. Wonder if something else has him, like, in that state, like, any of the, like, wolves or bears around. I don't know if they actually do have an effect on each other. Like, I don't think they'll hunt each other or such and, like, take them down. I wonder if, like, you do have carnivore or predator species in the areas, it will leave, like, the animals will try to avoid each other, or you'll have ones that, again, stay in, like, a higher alert state than normal. I mean, I don't blame them given the wolf attack we had earlier. Yeah, he's taking a while to calm down, so I'm going to see if I can actually crawl in and see about trying to get a shot on him. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think we have taken a Manitoban elk, haven't we? I think there was... last week at the tail end of, like, getting way up here at that tower, we had the one that we were able to call out. That's because I wasn't sure what the little windows were at the time. Yeah, that speaks to my intelligence. I got confounded by windows. We'll stay low and just try to get over this bank and see if he is still resting there. I wanted to wait till he was calm before making... Oh, well, look at that. We're actually putting a dent in the snow as we're moving. Granted, I don't think it should be happening that far ahead of us as we go, but... Yeah, it's still saying he's pretty nervous. Now, he is in kind of the range I want for the shot. It's just placing it might be a bit tricky with his angle. Just want to see if I can try to get more to the right. Because again, I want to go for the lungs on him. I'm not confident in the heart, but... Oh, I think that's one shot down. There we go. And you know what? Just in case, I'll swap that back for the 420 green. And we'll see where that arrow landed on him. I wasn't that confident in being able to get a nice shot for the lung there, but I guess just kind of front center mass worked out pretty well. And we'll see where we hit him. It could have even been in the spine. Yeah, that looks like a spine hit from how far up that is, but we'll see. Yep, I should have aimed lower on him. I mean, I'll still take the harvest. Not exactly the nicest one to take, but I guess it was still one shot for it. And we still got a ways to go before we hit that spot, so it might be a case of I'll want to end the episode here and just see if we can... Yeah, that lookout... Okay, we'll place the waypoint there, so it's not... will I make that in... We'll go for another couple of minutes or so. Again, I'd like to try to keep getting steady progress out that way and not get too stalled with stuff, but... It just kind of... Distractions happen as you're out here. Although, with it getting snowier, it's hard to say exactly what we might see. Well, it might be a case of we'll hear it before we see it. I don't know if, like, I feel like for, like, our skills and stuff, the snowing should count as rain, but I don't actually know if it does. Like, if I do check our skills and we go into, like, Stalker, I do have, like, again, only happy when it rains, so decreased visibility in rainy weather. I think that should be, that effect is kicking into effect here. And I think it actually is, with, like, how the bottom right, that little visibility, or, like, the solid eye shape there, it's not fully wide open, so I think that's taking into account our thing being active. Yeah, just hear the dusky grouse. We're not too concerned about them. We've got more elk tracks. Yeah, that's going to be a ways off. Again, it might be I'll have to find an outpost along the way, and then we'll just ATV it over for it. And nothing on the side of the mountain like a mountain goat or bighorn sheep, eh? No, nothing there. Oh, we're actually a little bit off of the trail, too. And again, there's not really a marker to know if we're on it or not, so it's just kind of a case of you have to check the map every so often. But I do kind of like that, too, because it does make it feel like it's much more wilderness and out and in the wild. It's not like, say, Hirschfeld Inn, where you have all kinds of roads and streets and paved ways to go about. This feels really out there, wild. You're in the middle of nowhere. I haven't heard any calls for a while, so that probably is a good sign we'll be back, or we should be along our way without too much trouble. Might actually be... Yeah, you know what? It might be faster just to go straight for the lookout spot. Because if I were to go there, I'd have to backtrack over there anyway, but... Also, one thing I should remember to start doing is... I know I'm using the auto walk a lot just to save up of having to, like, hold going through all the time. But anytime there's something like catches my eye, I should just try to stop moving and stay still and size up. And I think me continually walking and not putting a stop to it does put pressure to... things do pick us up a little bit more steadily. But we'll try to hit this little lookout spot and the first episode of the week there, and see how it goes further from there. Nope. Okay, well, just a mule deer there, but it looks like just her on her own. Oh. Okay, a little late for her warning call to go out, given where we are, but we are moving away from her, so I don't think we have to mind her too much. But yeah, those bear calls, they sound a lot closer than they are. It's like, that's still 90 to 120 meters out, apparently, so... I think that's one of the things where, again, the game does exaggerate the volume of sounds and such in it to make it a little bit more of an easier gameplay experience. I guess try to make up in some ways. Oh, that's a nice little cozy spot. Yeah, you know what? We're going to be ending things off, so I am going to sprint us there and just take a little look out from here. Or you know what? Actually, just to save time, we'll start next episode with surveying from this spot. There's a nice little lookout cabin. Perched nicely atop the hill. Head inside and warm up, as it were. Kind of gives me Long Dark vibes in a little bit, too. Okay, so for now, we will end this episode of The Hunter Called the Wild right here for today. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the video. If you did like it, be sure to give the video a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.